Right, so getting in shape, trimming down, always a good way, a very popular way to start the new year.
But what about scaling back on any debt you might have? As 3 on Your Side's Gary Harper explains, that should probably be the first item on all of our New Year's lists.
The average household in America has around $131,000 in debt. Now that includes mortgage, car loans, student loans, even credit card balances. But a financial coach here in the Valley says for 2018, it doesn't have to be that way. Kelsa Dickey is a financial coach here in the Phoenix area and says now is the time to get yourself out of that holiday debt.
If we can't prevent people from going into debt this time of year, then let's at least talk about some of the best strategies for getting out of debt. There are different strategies for paying off debt. One Kelsa suggests is something called the snowball approach. This is where you pay off a debt with the lowest balance first. The idea there is by paying off the one with the smallest balance, you experience a quick win. That's motivating. You've got some validation, some confirmation that you're doing something right. And so it keeps you accountable and you then tackle the next one from there. Another strategy is the avalanche approach. This is where you pay off the debt with the highest interest rate first. The idea behind this approach is that the one with the highest interest rate is costing you the most money, and so you want to get that one out of your life as quickly as possible. A third tip to getting debt-free is the emotional baggage approach. For example, paying off a debt left over from a divorce. So the idea is if you look at your debts and there's one of them that every time you make the payment, you sort of relive a past decision that you made that you really regret, or a time in your life that brings you some heartache, then we probably want that one out of your life. And finally, avoid the spread evenly approach. This is where you spread money around in equal amounts and apply it evenly to different debts. Using this approach, Kelsa says psychologically, you'll feel like you're getting nowhere and give up. What you don't want to do is what I call divide and conquer. And when it comes to your money, if you divide your money, you end up not conquering anything. Kelsa says the goal is to get debt-free this year, but to make that happen, you have to get started, and it will be well worth it. Just remember, paying down debt is a mind game, but once a little success happens, the rest will follow. I'm Gary Harper, 3 on Your